For Wayne Becker, some of his most beloved pastimes include hunting and going to Round Rock Express games. But an all-time favorite, scuba diving.
It's just the best thing ever to be able to scuba dive because I feel like I'm normal, like with everyone else just floating along.
When Becker says normal, he means being able to walk or move his arms.
My name is Wayne Becker. I've been in a wheelchair 43 years now, since I was 20 years old.
As someone with quadriplegia, Becker relies on buttons, a joystick, and a daily caregiver to even get out of bed in the morning.
I also require someone in the evening to prepare a meal and put me in bed and do some cleaning. And this is just something I need every day to live my life.
And he no longer has his closest companion and support system. He lost his wife of more than 20 years about 15 months ago.
And ever since then, some days my caregiver calls off or has to go to an appointment or something, and I call the agency and they tell me, well, we just don't have nobody for you. So I'm stuck in bed on those days for sometimes 20 hours.
That story is so many people's story.
A story Marjorie Costello has seen play out in other lives in recent years.
If you can't get out of bed, you can't live a life.
But it's how caregivers are compensated that is causing fewer and fewer to stay.
Once the pandemic hit and inflation hit, so people were more concerned about going into other people's homes, and inflation hit, so everything just cost so much more. When that happened, we went straight into a crisis. We went into a crisis where our caregivers, probably 50% of them, had to leave.
Devastating those with disabilities. She's seen it firsthand.
When they don't have that support system, what do? They sit in their homes alone. They soil themselves, and they can't clean themselves because nobody is there to help them. They don't eat. They don't get out of bed. It is a tragedy, and it's not the way that they need to spend, this latter portion of their life. And then they end up in a hospital or they end up in a nursing facility, which is 3 times more expensive than us.
In the fall of 2023, state legislators approved a caregiver raise from $8.11 an hour to $10.60.
And they could easily go and get a job for $15 an hour at a swath of fast food or convenience stores.
And because of how it was implemented, opportunity for overtime was taken away. And some agencies cut PTO and health care to afford to pay their caregivers the new wage.
I commend the legislature for passing it and trying to do what's right. It just, in application did not work out that way.
So they'll keep asking.
The only people who can fix it are right there.
Asking on behalf of people like Wayne Becker. He was given less than 6 months to replace his current caregiver who can't afford it anymore.
And I don't want to be put into a nursing home.
Because he has a lot of life to live, scuba diving included.
It's hard to live a life in a wheelchair, but you make an adjustment and you decide whether you want to just do nothing and waste away or whether you want to go on and be positive and live your life. And I chose, as long as the Lord is with me, I'm going to keep do whatever I can to do the best in life and continue with my life.
Carissa Lemkel, Fox 7 Austin News.